What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And today we're here with the Neo clashes. Now, there is really not a lot of content going on Global right now, so over the next couple of days I'll be bringing you guys videos on all of these Neo challenges once again, with definitely different teams from when these first came out to One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. So for GARP in particular, you need to bring characters that are only fighters, slashers, and shooters. Any character that is not at least one of those three classes will not be allowed to be brought into this fight. So that is one of the big things with Neos, is that they're class restricted. You have to bring very specific characters in order to actually challenge the content. Let's talk about GARP first before we actually get into the content here. So for GARP, this is the Neo version of Clash GARP. He's a strength unit this time around. Previously, he was a Psi character. So GARP is a strength fighter powerhouse with a captain effect that isn't very good, but then his special ability on a 14-turn cooldown changes all slot into strength or recovery, and then reduces bind and despair by 3 turns, and then will give your fighter characters a 1.75 times attack boost. So I guess if you're more of a beginner player, or you don't have many available good fighter characters, this is not a terrible unit, I guess. Unfortunately, he doesn't limit break, and he doesn't have like any sailor effects or anything. I mean, I can double check that. Oh wait, he does limit break. Oh, well then forget what I just said, because he definitely does have a limit break. He has pinch healing, and he also has Dex damage reduction. He gets 2 sailor effects, boost fighter characters base attack, and then fighter characters recovery slots are going to be counted as matching. Okay, so honestly speaking, that's a lot better than what I initially thought it was. Okay, so it looks like I need to go ahead and limit break my GARP and get him rainbowed out. I actually didn't realize that he did limit break. Did he limit break before? I'm not 100% sure, but either way, there you go. So GARP, again, you know, he's probably a character you're not going to use too often, but if you're more of a beginner player or you don't have access to a lot of good fighter characters, not a terrible character to get a hold of, because he has utility, he has orb change, and he's an attack booster as well. So that's the rundown of the brand new Neo GARP. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the 3 teams that I have for you guys in this video today. Alright, so jumping into the first team here, we've got Legend Carrot. Now, the thing about Neo GARP that's kind of interesting is when you actually reach the final boss stage against GARP, if you end up using a damage dealing special, he actually changes his color. So he starts off as a strength character, and if you use a damage dealing special, he becomes Dex, and then if you use another damage dealing special, he becomes a quick character, and then if you go ahead and use another damage dealing special, he like does lots of bad things. He like changes your orbs into sign int, he treats them as non-beneficial. I think he also increases his defense as well. So just in general, just don't bring any damage dealing specials, or if you are going to do it, make sure you plan your team according to that. So if you do a damage dealing special and he changes into a Dex character, potentially bring a lot of strength units, you know, just make sure you use your head, you know, use your mind, right? But I think Carrot's going to be definitely one of the best choices in terms of team building here. This is actually a free-to-play Carrot team. We actually do have Wanda support attached to the Legend Carrot, so that when we use the Carrot special in the final stage, we are able to switch our slots around, which is kind of nice. And like, you know, it's a pretty easy piece of content. Like, GARP only has like 7 million health or something like that, so this is relatively old content, you know. And you know, when you really, you know, challenge bosses with over 100 million health and you go back to a boss like this, it's kind of child's play either way. But you know, Carrot, really good option. Remember, you can only bring fighters, slashers, and shooter characters to this particular piece of content, so this team worked absolutely perfectly for the content. Of course, we had to bring out my boy Goldie Roger here. Now, for this particular team, we also have the Int Bone Kichi, because the thing about Stage 3 is you get given a really small attack boost. I think it's like a 1.1 times attack boost, so either have some way to remove it or use an attack boost that lasts for 2 turns that you can use on Stage 2 to carry into Stage 3 is something that you could potentially look out for. And with this particular team, I mean, like, it's just pretty basic stuff. I mean, we're just using Roger and Odin special on the final boss stage, and that's basically it. We have the Roger super types, of course, to generate full board of matching slots to our team. It's not the fastest team out there, because you do have to do a little bit of stall for specials, but it's nothing too crazy, especially if you're able to use a cooldown reduction ship like the Aura Jackson, Liberal Hind Ho ship. I mean, potentially on the team composition, you could use the Shark Superb ship as well, just depending on what you want to do, of course. But either way, really comfortable team using Goldie Roger. And I mean, like, when is Goldie Roger never comfortable, right? He's always comfy, man. You gotta love Goldie Roger versus Neo GARP. Absolutely no issues whatsoever.
君たちに怪我させるわけにいかん。やるか。
Final team of the video is going to be with versus Ace, of course. Now, we're running a full shooter team here, well, aside from Bone Kichi, but of course, we wanted some type of way to remove the attack boost that got given to us. Realistically speaking, you probably didn't even need to bring Bone Kichi for this particular fight, and Kid and Pudding are only here just to allow us to get cooldown reduction, so we don't have to stall as much, but again, they can be replaced with whatever you want. We've also got the Rare Recruit Montdor to enable us to get a color affinity boost on the final boss stage. We actually have the support of Mr. 5 and Miss, what's her name? I can't remember her name. Anyway, it's the support Mr. 5, which allows you to attach to Ace, and when Ace uses his special, he'll go ahead and the support will activate, giving our strength and shooter characters an attack boost, which is so good for this team. And remember, when Ace uses his special, he actually does damage, so Garp is going to change from a strength character into a dex character, which means that our strength units, namely Ace, are going to have full type advantage against him, which means that the Montdor special is going to be extremely more valuable in comparison to what it would be previously. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. I'll be uploading more videos of these versing all these Neo challenges coming up, but if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.
Broskiis.